Hello everyone, welcome to the course Computer Networks. This is Parvathi, Assistant Professor, Department of CSIT, MLR Institute of Technology. In today's session, I am going to discussing about network hardware. First, let us see the overview of today's session. I am going to discussing about network hardware, and then we will discussing about classifications of the network hardware. Based on the dimension, we are dividing into two types. Those are transmission technology and scale. Based on these two dimensions, network hardware is divided into different classifications. Those are broadcast network and point-to-point network. These two comes under transmission technology. And coming to scale, it is divided into 5 types. Those 5 types are personal area network, that is PAN, local area network, that is LAN, and campus area network, that is CAN, and metropolitan area network, that is MAN, and wide area network WAN. These are the different 5 types in scale. And finally, we discussed about differences between PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN and WAN. These types we are discussing in today's session. First, we will discuss about what is network hardware. Network hardware is a individual components of the network. It is a individual components of the network system. These are the main responsible for the transmitting the data and providing the operations on the computer network. That is network hardware. At the same time, this network is containing many hardware components. These many hardware components having the basic categories, these categories that make up the complete operations of the network system. And based on these two dimensions, network hardware is divided into different categories. Those two dimensions are transmission technology and scale. Based on these two dimensions, we are dividing into network hardware different classifications. First, we will see first dimension, what is transmission technology. First, what is transmission here? Transmission is a process of sending and propagating the analog information or digital information. That is transmission. And transmission technology mainly talking about the physical layer protocol duties. At the same time, higher level protocol duties. So here physical layer protocol is nothing but the lower layer. This is the lower layer and this is the higher layer duties. Coming to physical layer protocol duties are modulation, demodulation, lining, coding and many more. These are the examples for physical layer protocol duties. Modulation is nothing but encoding the signal into the transmitted form. And demodulation is nothing but extracting the information from the transmitted signal. That is demodulation. And coming to higher level protocol duties are, that is digitizing the analog signals, means converting analog signal to digital signal. At the same time, data compression. These are the examples for higher level protocol duties. And next, what are the different types of transmission technology? So first one is, it can be classified into 2 categories. Those 2 categories are broadcast network and point-to-point networks. First, we will see what is broadcast network. So, broadcast network is also known as terrestrial networks. At the same time, this broadcasting is nothing but it is a method of transmitting the messages. Means transferring the messages to all the recipients simultaneously. Suppose broadcasting is nothing but this is the device. This is the device. Here lots of devices are connected to this particular device. Means transferring the message to all other devices who are connecting to this particular device. Sending the data to these all devices is nothing but broadcasting simultaneously. At the same time, these messages, whatever messages are sending, those are received by all other connecting nodes. Whatever data is sending from this device, it is received by all other receivers who are connecting here, right? These all are receiving the data through this particular network and share a common medium of that particular channel. At the same time, these network having the single communication and that is shared by all other machines present on this network. Means whatever data is there, that is received by all other devices in that particular network. And most of these messages are delivered to all other systems. But only those machines present are received by all other present over the machine. That is nothing but broadcasting network. An example for this broadcast network are radio stations, television stations, daily news, weather forecasting, advertising. These all comes under broadcasting networks. In real life, every day we are watching TV, watching news and weather forecasting, advertising, all comes under broadcasting network. Means we are receiving the data from only particular machine only, that is broadcasting network. And next one is some systems of the broadcast network supports the addressing modes which are known as multicasting. This is about broadcasting network. These broadcasting networks, we will see the advantages and disadvantages. First, coming to advantages, in broadcast networks, packets are generally transmitted and received by all other computers. At the same time, it allows multicasting in that particular network. And the third advantage is the number of users present over the network that can be as long as required. This is the advantage. And coming to next advantage, it also helps for better utilization of resources available in that particular network. These are the advantages of broadcasting network. And coming to the disadvantages of broadcasting network, it does not allow personalization of the messages because it is broadcasting. Means the receiver who are connecting in that particular network, that message is received by all other devices. So there is no personalization of the messages. That is the disadvantage. And coming to security also, low. These are the disadvantages in broadcasting network. And next one is point-to-point networks. What is point-to-point network? Point-to-point networks is also called as point-to-point connection also. It is a type of private data security. Point means one device to another device. It is a private data connection and that is connecting securely two or more locations is called as point-to-point networks. And it is also refers to the type of communication in between two endpoints. Means this is one endpoint, this is one endpoint, this is another endpoint. Here two endpoints of this communication. These two are communicated. So at the same time, among this communication, this point-to-point communication, one is the sender and another is the receiver. So in this point-to-point, this is the sender and this one is the receiver. Sender and receiver. This is nothing but point-to. This connection is called as point-to-point. So this is one point and this is another point. So sender and receiver. This is called as unicasting. And this network mainly used in these locations. Those are required for the securely sending the data. Means where exactly we are using point-to-point networks means for sending the data securely. At the same time, that is very sensitive and confidential data. Among each location, for that type of purpose, we are using point-to-point networks. At the same time, these point-to-point network also provides a path from one point to two. That is also fixed. At the same time, another point that is also going to be fixed. This type of network is called as point-to-point network. The example for this point-to-point network is a computer is connected to a printer. That is example for point-to-point. If telephone call in between the two individuals, that is also called as point-to-point network. This is about point-to-point networks. And next, coming to advantages and disadvantages of point-to-point network. The first advantage is it increases the productivity because it is point-to-point. And coming to next one is it is generally uses to lease lines so that the speed are guaranteed. Means if it is point-to-point means the speed also very high. The same time it gives a better security because it is point-to-point means it provides the security also. So the data can be transferred securely with confidence. So there is no morphing of the data means whatever data is sending that is going to be securely to this recipient. The same time coming to the disadvantages of point-to-point, in this network we can only connect two sides means one act as a sender and one other act as a receiver. This is the sender and this is the receiver. So it is connected to two sides and it is very expensive for distant locations because it is point-to-point. It is also providing the security means always if it is providing means it is having the cost also high. That is the disadvantages of point-to-point networks. And next one is scale. The first dimension is transmission technology. And the second dimension is scale. Based on the scale, what is scale? Scale is nothing but physical size. Based on the physical size, we are classifying the network hardware into 5 types. Those 5 types are personal area network, that is PAN, and local area network, that is LAN, and campus area network, that is CAN, and metropolitan area network, that is MAN, and wide area network, that is WAN. These are the 5 types. Based on the scale, we divided in network hardware. And first we will see what is PAN, personal area network. Personal area network, I am talking about personal. Personal means it is a small distance, means within 10 meters range only it is applicable. At the same time, this network is arranged within an individual person. Typically within the range is nothing but 10 meters, 0 to 10 meters range only personal area network. Example for this means every day we are connecting Bluetooth, right? That is the example for PAN. At the same time, this PAN is used for connecting the computer devices for personal use only. Those are called as personal area network. And these personal area network mainly used to develop the personal area network are the laptop, mobile phone, media player and playstations. These are the different examples for connecting. We are using personal area network. Main example is Bluetooth. This is the, see this picture here. All are connected to this particular device. These all are having personal area network only. So, next we will discuss about what is local area network, LAN. That is local area network. I am talking means little extension of this personal area network. So, local area network is a group of computers. These computers connected each other in a small area. So, that area in up to 2 kilometers. The range is up to 0 to 2 kilometers. It might be in building and school, office, in a home. These are all the different examples for local area network. Suppose, take this building. It is having 30 floors building. This is having 30 floors building. It is having 30 floors. In these 30 floors, suppose in first floor, it is dividing into different means. In first floor, suppose the 100 devices are there. In first floor, I have fixed 10. Second floor, again 10. Third floor, again 10. Like this, I am dividing in 10 floors. Suppose in 15th floor, I arranged again 10 devices. In that particular building, all 100, how we are going to arranging? Through this particular cables, that is LAN. That is in a building or school, in an office, all considered as a local area connection. So, these local area network mainly connecting 2 or more personal computers through a communication medium. Those are twisted pair cables, coaxial cable, different cables are there. Those all we will discuss in next class. These cables can be used for connecting these all devices. So, at the same time, it is less costly also. It is means whatever devices we are using in this LAN network, those are inexpensive. Those are hub, network switches, adapter, Ethernet cables, all are the cables for connecting these devices. That is LAN. At the same time, that data is transferred at extremely faster here because within the building only we are connecting means it is a small area range. So, it is faster. At the same time, a local area network also provides the security also. That is LAN. So, here the LAN devices are, that may be whatever connecting the devices, that may be wide LAN or wireless LAN. Wide or wireless. Wide and wireless. If it comes to wide LAN, we can use example as a Ethernet is an example for wide LAN. So, Ethernet also divided into 2 ways like Ethernet crossover cable is there. Ethernet straight through cable also there. Ethernet straight through cable also there. These are the 2 types of cable. If it is suppose between these two, see this picture here. This is the laptop and this is the switch. Here I am using the cable. This is the Ethernet cable. Here I am using Ethernet straight through cable. This cable, whatever cable is there, right? This cable is Ethernet straight through cable because I am connecting different devices. Here is laptop, here is switch. I am connecting different devices. That time we are using Ethernet straight through cable. And coming to same devices, like here is computer is there, here is computer is there. if I want to connect these two computers, no, that time I have to use Ethernet crossover cable. These two cables I am using. So at the same time, here for connecting these Ethernet, we are using hub and switch. It may be hub or switch we can use for connecting the LAN. Coming to wireless LAN example is Wi-Fi. We are connecting to the router, right? Wi-Fi, that is example for wireless LAN. This is about local area network. And coming to campus area network. What is campus area network? I am talking about campus, means within that particular campus. Within that particular organization only that network will be accessed. That is campus area network. Means it is a computer network that connects to multiple buildings. In a campus, number of buildings are there. Suppose take this one college. Take our college example. A number of blocks are there. Number of buildings are, that is administration block is there. Computer lab block is there. Library block is there. Lab, another electronics lab is there. Those are different buildings. For connecting these all buildings, we are going to use campus area network. The limit of this geographical area is 1 to 5 kilometers for connecting these campus area network. This campus area network is a university or college. We can take any example. There are multiple buildings are there, including the administrative building blocks, and libraries and dormitories and intermediate. All this comes under campus area network only. And next, this is about campus area network. And next is metropolitan area network. What is metropolitan area network? Metropolitan is nothing but we are talking about the city. So it is a network that covers a large geographical area. Means coming to, while compared to CAN, it is extension. Extension of CAN is metropolitan area network. So here it covers the large geographical area by interconnecting the different LANs. It forms a larger network, that is metropolitan area network. See this picture here, number of examples. See, branch A is there, branch B is there, branch here different branches are there. This is branch C and this is branch D. Different branches are there. These branches, for connecting these all branches, suppose in a city, take our city only example. So different shopping malls, take DMart as example. So different branches are there for DMart. Suppose in this suppose one customer want to buy some product in the particular branch. So if the product is not available in this particular branch, so this branch person is searching for another branches in this particular city where that particular product is available in all our branches. That is the connection in between. There is metropolitan area network. So MAN covers a city by connecting multiple locations with high capacity fiber networks. That is about MAN. In MAN, various LANs are connected to each other through a telephone exchange line. Suppose in this particular branch, in this particular DMart branch, it is having number of devices are there. In between there is a LAN connection. For connecting this LAN, we are going to use MAN, metropolitan area network. MAN is a expanded coverage over LANs and CANs, campus area networks. It covers area up to 50 kilometers. MAN, the area covers up to 50 kilometers. Then it is also provide the connectivity across the moderately sized geographical area. This is the example for MAN. It is about metropolitan area network. Next we will see wide area network. What is wide area network? Wide area network mainly extend over a large geographical area, means such as states and countries. In between states and countries, we are going to use wide area network. This wide area network is quite bigger network than the MAN. MAN is a metropolitan area network, means for connecting cities we are using MAN. And coming to WAN, it is for connecting the states and countries, means extension of the MAN is WAN. At the same time, WAN is not limited to a single location because it is a wide area network. It spans over large geographical area through a telephone line, fiber optic cable, that may be satellite link also. And the example for this wide area network is internet. It is the biggest WAN in the world. The wide area network mainly used for the business field, government and education. Everywhere we are using wide area network. See this picture here, this is the WAN, and here I am connected, this is the LAN, and this is MAN. This MAN is connected to WAN only, and this MAN, metropolitan area network, is means within the city. This is talking about the city, it is also talking about the city. This is also talking about the building, it is also talking about the building. These all are connected to this particular WAN, wide area network. That is nothing but wide area network. So, these are the 5 types of different networks we are using in computer network. And finally, we will see the differences between PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN and WAN. First one is range. Coming to the PAN, the range is 1 to 10 meters, and coming to the LAN up to 2 kilometers, and the range 1 to 5 kilometers here in CAN. Coming to MAN, the range is 5 to 50 kilometers, above 50 kilometers in wide area network. And transmission speed in PAN is very high, in LAN is very high, and coming to CAN is high, and here MAN is average, and here is low because it is a small network, the speed is high. Here it is larger network, the speed is low. And coming to area, PAN is within the room only, it is applicable. Within the building, within the office only, LAN is going to be applicable. And coming to the CAN, it is talking about the universities, corporate office, means that is the campus area network. And within the city, that is talking about metropolitan area network. And within the states and countries, it is wide area network. And technology, coming to the technology, PAN we are using mainly in Bluetooth and Zigbee technologies. And coming to here LAN, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, all comes under LAN. And coming to Ethernet, it is a example in campus area network. And ATM, FDDI and CDDI, these are the in technologies used in metropolitan area network. And leased line, dial-up connections, these are all used in wide area network. And ownership, it is a private because it is a personal area network. And LAN also private and CAN also private. It may be MAN, may be public or private. And coming to WAN, that may be private or public. And coming to maintenance, it is very easy because it is a small geographical area. It is very easy. Compare, this one is easy and this one is moderate because campus area network, this is difficult and this is very difficult. And next one is coming to error rate. And this error rate, it is very low, it is low, it is moderate, it is high and it is very high. And coming to cost, and PAN is very low because I am talking about the cost, means it is small network. So it is very low, it is low, it is moderate and it is high cost and it is very high cost. These are all the differences between PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN and WAN. And coming to the summary, today we discussed what is network hardware, and next we discussed what are the different classifications of the network hardware. Based on these 2 dimensions, based on transmission technology and scale, the network hardware is further divided into different types based on transmission technology. In these 2 types, broadcast network and point-to-point networks. Based on the scale, it is divided into 5 types. Those are personal area network, local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. These are the 5 types based on the scale. And finally, we discussed what are the differences between PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN and WAN. These differences we discussed in today's class. Thank you.